What's up, everybody? Crazy Eights here with another Transformers review from Studio Series. We're looking at Windcharger from the '86 movie. I'm going to take a quick look at the box and then we'll get into the figure. Alright, so we have the Studio Series box. Plastic packaging. Let's get up close and personal with it. So you have Windcharger will be right here with accessories. You have a nice image of Windcharger right here in both modes. You have a nice little angled shot of him that looks like Autobot City in the background. Autobot logo, he is a deluxe class. Got a better image of him right there. I always love the artwork on these boxes. Got Windcharger's name, Transformers, Studio Series, blah, blah, blah. Oop. This side of the box, you got Windcharger, Takara Tomy, Transformers, the movie. Now you got the product shot of Windcharger. It takes 12 steps to transform him. He's got a little blast effect there for the front of the car and his chest. Transformers the movie logo, and this says Windcharger uses his magnetic powers to fight the Decepticons. Okay. Here's barcode is right here. There you go. If you need it, there's the barcode. Studio Series Windcharger, the box. Here's Windcharger in his bot mode, and he is a mixed bag of stuff for me. One thing I will do say, he feels good in hand, great plastic quality. Right off the bat, two things I don't like are his feet and his hands. They're doing away with wrist swivel. If you notice on a lot of Transformers, I noticed it with the Age of the Primes, like Decepticons, Aerial Bots. A lot of deluxe figures are not coming without it now. And the other problem is his feet. It's just how they're set up. Pretty much the whole car mode is folded up in there, so it doesn't make for like a nice, clean, stable standing position for him. With that being said, let's take a look at the details, because besides that, he looks really good for a Windcharger. So I feel like 84 season 1 is complete now with an updated look on everyone. So you got a little box head like Motor Master. I think a light bluish gray, blue eyes, a light gray face. Here's his chest, Autobot logo right there with some great detailing. I think I got these on backwards, maybe. Where is my Windcharger? No, they're right. They're right. I transformed them right. Okay. There's his hands. Going down crotch and all that, and the legs. And the legs are just, there are really no feet, just the back of the car. And this is pretty sloppily done and ugly. The inside of the leg. Moving off the back. So this thing right here, people are saying is very tight on mine. Very tight, but it supposedly moves his face up and down. Don't know why, but it does. Now this thing is supposed to snap in, but I can't get it to snap in. Oh, look at that. On camera, he's snapping. Great. Here he is in the back. Again, the legs are ungodly. Just how they're done, he doesn't like stand straight. But that's his robot mode. Now let's take a look at his accessories. To show this off, because I don't know if they're doing away with the paper packaging and going to plastic. I thought they were for the environment, but I don't know which is better, because this tape is from Satan himself. Try and get it out. But yeah, let me get this opened and to show you what it looks like. Can I just say that tape is made from Gorilla Glue or something, because that thing was a fight to open the packaging with. Anyway, here is his accessories. He comes with two. He comes with his magnetic force field shield that plugs into his chest in robot mode, and is in the front of the grill in car mode, and his little blaster done in the same gray as his body. Very plain, nothing excited about it. But I'll show you how they work in robot mode. Alright, I don't know about you guys, but that gun was not going into his hands easily. This thing's been fighting me. So Here he is with how he could display him with the force field blast effect on his chest and the gun in his hand. And for weapon storage, you could plug it into the back of his butt, and you can put that on the back, tabs into the back. Now, one thing to know is that this thing has 2 different ports. So if you notice, you have 2 ports. This one is for the chest, and I believe this one's going to be for the front of the car and for the weapon storage in the back. So you have 2 different ports. And I guess putting it in, I tried putting it in this way and it wasn't working. So you have to put this part in the top and that in the middle. I don't know if it matters, but I tried it this way. I couldn't get it in this way, but when I turned it this way to put it in his chest, it snapped in easier. Just to give you a heads up. Anyway, those are the accessories. Now for the fun part. Here he is with, I think, the Titans Return Combined Wars line Windcharger. I think. I'm not 100% sure. But this is one of the Windchargers I do have. And you can see the big height difference in that. This was my fill-in until I got this guy. So sorry, bud, but you are out. And he is in his G1 Windcharger, which I always loved his car mode. And I just think it's really a cool looking car mode. So you can see how these two look together. See where he started and where he's at now. So here he is with my updated Season 1 cast that I have right now. So we're going to go through them all. Here he is with Studio Series Buzzworthy Cliff Jumper. This is for the 86 movie because he's got the car colors. And I don't know why he's looking at him, but there you go. Here he is with Bumper from the Age of the Primes 4-pack. According to my book that I'm looking at, he was part of the Series 1 line. I don't know if it was an afterthought or nothing, but I added him anyway because I have an updated version of him. So, Bumper. Here he is with Legacy United Gears. 86 Brawn. Kingdom's Huffer. And I'm using the retro card back Bumblebee for my Bumblebee as opposed to the 86 movie one because I feel like the car mode and his head sculpt and the colors are much better. So this is my stand-in for 84 Season 1 Bumblebee. And here is the whole cast together. Kind of wish I could get a better shot, but I will zoom in to give you a better look at them all. All right, so here we go with them all together. So you can see how they look in a lineup. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure at this point, I think I have a whole Season 1 cast for Autobots and Decepticons. Once I get Legacy Soundwave, I think it'll be more complete. And of course, you know, the new Seekers that are coming out. But as of right now, I think I have a good lineup for G1 Season 1 bots. I may do a review on what I have for Autobots and Decepticons as of right now. More like a collection update. But that's going to be another video down the line. So with that being said, let's do his transformation. All right, so let's get this guy transformed, and it's very simple. It's pretty much all in the legs. First things first, let's take off his blaster, and let's take off his blast effect. And we'll just leave that on the floor for right now, because that's where everything ends up a lot of times with my transformation. So first thing I'm gonna do is make sure everything's all straight. So he's nice and straight and very boring pose so we could get him transformed. Take a break for a minute, will you? All right, so we're gonna take his wheels, take it, turn it around like that. You should feel it like, kind of like going to fall into a place. Both sides, you wanna turn them around. Keep the arm straight at all times. Take his hand. Oh, bend it down. Take this hand. Bend it down like that. All right. This part, this backpack, you want to unclip. It's very tight, so be very careful. With me, I hate these tight joints that pop out, and then You want to take this backpack piece, unclip it, and bring it down as far as you can bring it down. Give us some clearance because you gotta move the arms next. So make sure your arms are nice and straight, and then bring them up over his head. And they should. Just make sure that these can get underneath that piece. So you want them to fit into this cavity right here. So you want to bring this up on this hinge. Again, just get this out the way. It seems to get in the way. Okay. It's gotta stay straight though. It's gotta stay straight. All right. And now you want to take this part of the car, bring it down, and it should snap in. If I've done so already, it'll snap into place. There we go. It'll snap in right there. So you have the front looking like this so far. And now everything else is in. It's pretty much here. So you just want to unbend everything out. And then you take the wheel and bring it out. Same thing on this side, just take it, unbend, fold, unfold, unfold. And then pop the foot out. Pop the wheel out. So you have that look. All right, home stretch. Tab everything together. Line everything up and just tab it in. You have tab, and tab. So just line everything up with tabs and holes, which it's probably the hardest part for me. It's just line everything up. I don't know if it's easier to bring it around and then tab it. But yeah, and then just bring it up and around. Now this whole thing is gonna go up over the car, over the body. So at these hinges right here, I want to bring everything up. I don't know why I think it's easier just to bring everything over first and then tab it in. That's just my opinion. I feel like it lines up better after you bring it around. You can see things a lot better, how they line up. And then just tab it in at this point. And then bring it down. Like that. I feel like that's the easiest way of doing it. You get it nice and clean. And that's the transformation of Windcharger. Very easy. Like I said, I feel like everything's in the feet, pretty much. But that's his alt mode, and that's him transformed. So here he is in his alt mode, and according to my the ultimate guide to the vintage Transformers action figures, the original Windcharger was a third generation Pontiac Fiber Trans Am, 1982 to 1992, super deformed. That's what my book says is what they were basing the original mold off of. So this is what I'm assuming they tried to replicate. Here's the front end. Yeah, the hole in the front is annoying, but it's for a reason. I always liked Windcharger's alt mode in the G1 toy line because I liked it was small and chunky, and I liked how the wheels looked on it, especially with the wide body hips on the back here. It's really good. I always liked that look on it. Going down the front of it, you can see the details, all about logo right there. Translucent blue windshields, windows I should say. You got the black louvers in the back of the windows. Here's from the back, really not much going on, no details on the back of it, which they always seem to leave out because you got this is the folding point to the legs. Here are the rims on the side. Kind of doesn't like, I can't get this cleanly closed up. Here's the profile on the side, the top, and the bottom. Boo! How you doing? And it's pretty much just folded up underneath the car. Again, the whole thing is in the legs. Like this whole top part is all bent into the legs, and it's just a couple of, there's only 12 steps to transform. Very, very easy. But that's the alt mode. Now for the magnetic blast effect, it plugs into the front of the car like this. So there, again, the two tabs. It's the lower tab that plugs into it in the bottom. And then for weapon storage, which I finally like, of course, you know, I'm a fan of hiding the weapon underneath this so you can't really see it. So it's there, but you can't really, it's kind of visible on this side, but again, it's not sticking out and it doesn't look like, let me use someone else as an example, like for instance, like Braun, like his weapon storage is just, you throw it on top and you call it a day. I don't like that, it's just lazy. I like that you can hide it and it doesn't look as obtrusive. That's just my thought. But that is Windcharger in his alt mode. Let's do some comparisons. Here is Windcharger with, again, I think it's Titans Returns or in that line of Windchargers from either Titans Return, Combiner Wars, Power of the Primes. I think it's in that line. But here he is in this, and you can see the red is way different. Very small, but similar sort of kind of look with the front end and all that. So it's just keeping to the look of Windcharger. This is my favorite. I like how the wheels pop out on G1. But here's G1 Windcharger. Very, very tiny. But I always loved how this thing looked. The huge tires in such a small car. And he's got T-tops. He don't. But yeah, so that's G1 Windcharger. Here he is with retro card back Bumblebee. Buzzworthy cliff jumper. And I thought we were going to get Windcharger with this mold, because I feel like this car mode fits, it's kind of close to this, but I'm kind of glad we didn't. But this is from the Buzzworthy line for Studio Series 86, the movie cliff jumper. Here he is with 86, the movie Braun. Legacy United Gears. Kingdom Huffer. Even I feel like he did, even though it's kind of parts forming, but you take the gun apart and you kind of make it the bed of the truck. I kind of like that look, as opposed to just sticking the gun on. I like that they kind of hid weapons on him too. And finally, from Age of the Primes 4-pack, here is Bumper. And here is a group shot of all the Season 1 mini-bots together in their updated forms. They look good. I'm happy. Alright, so what do I think of the alt mode? I like it. I really do. It easy transformation, 12 steps. I want to say, like, if there is a hard part, it's getting the arms in here. Got to get it underneath this, but besides that, it's not a hard transformation at all. It's all in the legs. Everything unfolds and flops over pretty much. I want to say it's like a leg former, shell/leg former. You know, you unfold the legs, pop it up, and then boom, you have the whole top of the car done. I like the weapon storage over here. I don't like the front end with the hole in it. It kind of breaks the mold. I understand why they did it, but too bad they couldn't like clip it underneath somehow and bring it around that way. But oh well. But yeah, really nice design, very easy transformation. Rolls are really good. I'm happy that I finally got I want to say like he's probably a 6.5 out of 10 for the mini bots. The robot had some problems with the feet and the hands, but car mode looks pretty good. Okay, so that was my full look at with transformation video of 86, the movie Windcharger from Studio Series line. I'm glad that I finally got an updated version. I mean, I had one, but the Titans Return one didn't really cut it. It was too small for the current lineup that I have now. He fits with the current line that we have. So he was the last one needed, so it's a good addition. Pros in robot mode. Good plastic quality, nice tight joints, really good face sculpt and good mold. The cons are the hands. It looks like they're trying to do away with wrist rotation. Although these are on ball joints, you can't really get in there and twist it because of this whole arm piece. If this was maybe folded in, maybe we could get better arm articulation, but as of right now, we can't. We do have a lever on the back here, but mine's really tight to move his face up and down, so I didn't even try to use it, but you have that good feature. Nice weapon storage if you want to keep the blast effect on his back, which is nice. This is probably gonna go in my little blast effects case bag. Weapon is just okay, a little nothing to write home about. Very generic. The worst part in robot mode are the feet. Basically, it's just the back of the car. There is no feet. There's no toe. You just got a big old shin that comes out into a foot almost. So no foot, and then the bottom here is kind of wobbly. I had to kind of like pitch him forward a little bit to get him to stand, but it's not solid. The heels, it doesn't like pretty much lay flat. And then you got this ungodly look on the feet here. I don't know if I got this transformed right, but still, the fact that the whole top of the car is folded into the back is pretty lazy. That's just my opinion. And now in alt mode, I do like the alt mode. The fact that you could hide the weapon under the car and not on it is always a plus for me. Looks like the G1 version, just very updated. The only thing I don't like is the front grille with the big hole in it for the blast effect. Kind of breaks the mold. I kind of wish they did that cleaner. But all in all, it's a decent figure. A good addition for if you have looking for I'm looking for an 80s season 1 crew to display. So now I have the mini bots, I have the regular car bots and a prime to use. So I think my season 1 is done as of right now until they come up with better designs. I do feel we're gonna get a wheeljack next, and then we're gonna get the offline version of those two, since in the movie you saw them together lying on the floor. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a wheeljack coming up with a 2-pack of these two. So mark my words, you heard it here first. We're gonna get that. Anyway, that's it for this video. I do hope you all enjoy it. Till next time, I'm out.